I am your guide, Marcus Murray. I'm so excited today because you're going to get an opportunity to hear from one of the legends out of Detroit, Motown, one of the guys instrumental in the Motown sound. And what's so amazing, I'm so honored to say that this is actually not just an extraordinary champion and a genius, but this is actually my uncle. So I'm humbled and I'm honored to have an opportunity to have him here in our studio. As you guys know, in the No Time to Waste podcast studio, it's about, we talk about maximizing the moment and realizing that when we get to a point where we have more years behind us than ahead of us, it is critical for us to maximize each and every second. What we have to do as a generation, we have to take the lessons that we've learned and we have to find a way to pass them forward to the next generation. And so I believe that's a perfect segue into this extraordinary introduction. This is a gentleman that literally needs no introduction, and he's sitting alongside my son, Isaac, who I'm so proud that he's here. But I guess I'm going to start, Isaac, by talking about my uncle who's in the room, in the studio with us. And I just have to say to you, this is a man that, as I grew up, Isaac, I admired everything about him. This is a man that set the standard for success in our family. And so when I talk now about success and becoming successful, it's because of an example that was set. One of the things that I shared with Uncle Paul, who we're about to introduce, I said to him, I said, you know, when I was a little boy, I remember going to your house and I remember seeing a baby grand piano when I walked into a sunken living room. And I said, I'm so glad that you're going to be at our home and get a chance to be in the studio because you're going to see that you actually had an impact on me and you had no idea you were doing it, right? And I said, the things that you did by example actually showed us what success actually looked like. So I am honored, Uncle Paul, to have you here. And I want the viewers to know that you are not just an extraordinary creator, but from all the people I've spoken to, from Gerald McBride, who's all over the internet with old school house party. He's been playing Motown music for over 40 years in 54 different urban markets. And I told him, I said, Paul Reiser is going to be at my house. And he said, you're kidding me. He said, nobody has been able to sit down. This man is elusive. They've never been able to sit down and really talk to him. And I said, well, guess what? He's actually going to be at the house and I'm excited. I'm so glad that you're here. Uncle Paul, you are a musical genius. You are, everyone knows that Motown could not have been what it has become had it not been for your contribution. And we're going to talk in a moment about some of the songs. But when I tell you songs, I'm going to just give one away. Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
All right.
And that was, I mean, all over, a song sung around the world. That's how
Yes.
extraordinary the gift is that God blessed you with. And
Yes.
you have not had a picture perfect life because life isn't picture perfect.
That's right.
But you took what God allowed you to experience and you converted it into a gift that you could
Yes.
share with the world. And what people don't know, Uncle Paul, is today you were here in our home and you're actually working with my son, who's also gifted and talented. And
Yes.
I'll ask you about that later. But I'm so thankful and I'm so honored that you took the time to make the investment, that you're actually paying it forward. And you've been able to
Yes.
share with us so much in this brief moment. Uncle Paul, welcome to the No Time to Waste podcast studio, to the world, Paul Reiser. How
Well,
are you?
I am fine. I am so honored. It's just a God-given pleasure to be here.
Mm,
Yes.
mm,
And we all are gifted. We all
yes,
have spiritual gifts. Some people find theirs, some people don't.
yes.
But we all born with spiritual
Mm,
gifts. I found mine at the age of 7. Okay,
mm,
born to great parents,
yes.
William and Sadie Reiser, and my mother said something to me as I was developing in my career. She said, honor God with your music.
Mm,
Okay, music is a religion. It's a missionary statement
mm,
we do when we do music. We're here to express our God given talents, not to waste them. If we put our minds to it and really study who we are and find out who we are through God.
yes.
It's the only way to find out who we are,
Mm,
uh, how we really are from the heart, from the inside out,
wow.
is to do it through God. See, and
That's so
I
good.
found my gift early on at the age of 7.
Mm,
And first of all, I want to say that there are 3 generations represented here.
mm,
Um, I'm a generation from this 50s and 60s, and Marcus, you of that generation from what I would say the 70s, 80s, right?
60s, 70s. Yeah,
60s,
yeah,
70s,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And Isaac is we're mentoring him.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
a third generation, yeah.
yes.
But we are here to serve and to give forward.
Mm,
And this is and I understand my purpose,
yes,
and it's a lifelong task. It's a lifelong journey we
yes,
take
yes.
to keep giving forward. See, and that's my whole statement to
Wow.
open.
That's
Yeah,
so good. That's so
yeah,
good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you're here.
yes,
Isaac, you're
Yes.
here. And in just the time that you spent with Uncle Paul today, what has it
Yes.
been like? What has it been like?
Well, it's surely been an honor, to sit beside someone who's made such a large impact in music. From the song that you mentioned, "Ain't No Mountain High Enough," a song that has
yes.
resonated with hundreds, millions of people across the world. It's
Hmm.
incredible, to be
Hmm.
able to learn and to hear from someone who is really like, um, what's the word? He was very impactful in this area of music,
Hmm.
and just to see and learn from him,
Mm,
and just to watch how he operates, how he speaks to people, it's
yes,
amazing.
yes,
And it's truly just been an honor just over the past few hours we've had,
yes.
Hmm.
Wow. That's
to
so
see him.
good.
Yeah.
That's so good. Well, Uncle Paul, I have to ask you a
Yes.
question because most people think in this journey called life, most people believe that it's supposed to be perfect. So, because you are a musical genius, you had to have come from an absolutely perfect family. Everything was wonderful, and you guys never had any struggles. Your mom and dad, and you were probably a spoiled only child, right?
No.
No. Okay. Well, let's
No.
let's set the
Not
record
by a
straight.
long shot.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
First of all, my parents were from the South. They migrated up to Detroit. Uh, didn't have it easy. Okay. My dad was a city worker and worked at the DPW. He was also a factory worker. Worked at Chrysler plant, and he had to hold down 3 jobs
Mm.
to feed not just me, but 10 others beside me. Okay,
Wow.
I'm one of 11. Okay, believe
Wow.
it or not.
Wow.
Okay, and they sacrificed during my learning period, like at elementary school and middle school. My parents sacrificed to buy me 2 instruments, while at the same time feeding 7, 8 other mouths. Okay,
Mm.
so yes, my parents had a something inside them that we don't find a lot of these days
Mhm. Mhm.
in parents. That fortitude, that drive to hold a family together,
Mm.
and to teach us what it is to be spiritually in tune
Mhm.
with the Creator,
Yes.
and then in respect to that, we're in tune with the Creator, we get in tune with ourselves better.
That's good. And
It
make those
happens.
sacrifices,
We
because
make
that was a
sacrifices.
sacrifice for them
Yes.
to get
Yes.
these instruments. So
Yes.
tell us about the instruments that you started with.
Okay. First of all, why I picked the trombone, I have not a clue. Okay. It was bigger than I was for
Uh,
many years.
uh-huh,
Okay.
uh-huh.
There are 7 positions on the trombone. I could only reach 6 for about 3 years. Okay.
Okay.
Because my arm was too short.
Right.
Like you hear the old saying, your arm's too short to box with God.
Yes.
My arm was too short to play trombone.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
yes.
But I grew to the instrument, became very proficient under the tutorage of Dr. Harold Arnaldi,
Hmm.
who started me at the age of 7. And he was just a type of instructor who not just taught, he didn't just teach a an instrument or the course of music at school. He took it to the parents.
Mm.
When he saw especially when he saw promise in a student, he would take it to the parents directly, and he did such with my parents, and therefore he was able to direct them as to how to get me instruments,
Wow.
and I'm grateful. Yeah.
That's amazing. So what was
Mhm.
so the second instrument was the
2
two
trombones.
okay, so it's
It
just
was
two.
2
So
trombones
you never played any instrument other than the trombone.
until I got to Cass Tech.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
which at Cass Tech, which everybody knows the history of Cass Tech, very iconic technical school. They don't call it technical for anything
Hmm.
because, first of all, you didn't go to Cass Tech because you lived in the neighborhood. You had to be per, per, partitioned
Yes.
into the school.
Yes.
Okay,
And test.
you
You had to take tests too.
had to take tests.
Yes.
You had to qualify
Mm.
academically, and you had to show promise in the area of music, lawyering,
Mm.
medical. You had
Mm.
to show some kind of skill
Yes.
because they had curriculums. They had a Chem Bio curriculum. They had a music curriculum. They had a physics and what
Like
do you call it?
athletics.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
They had all these curriculums,
Uh-huh.
college level
Uh-huh.
curriculums,
Uh-huh.
and I was fortunate enough to be accepted into Cass Tech.
Okay.
I don't know how, but they asked me in.
Yes. Yes.
But at Cass Tech, we had to take 3 different instruments. We had to take a wind instrument. We had to take a string. This was in the music curriculum now. We had to take 3 instruments: wind instrument, string instrument, and piano. And
Mm.
we also had to get a year of theory, music theory. So it's really college level. And by the time I reached KS, I had gained enough proficiency on the trombone
Hmm.
to be placed in the first chair, which
Mm.
was really, really something that was unusual. For first of all, the population at KS Tech at the time
Mhm.
was maybe about 30% black
Mhm.
and 70% white. It was
Wow.
just the nature of the school, see,
Right.
and the times. You didn't just come to KS, like I said, because you lived in the neighborhood.
Right.
No.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So uh, I was really shocked at being put in first chair ahead of all these other, what I thought were very capable musicians. But my instructor, Dr. Harry Beejan,
Mhm.
who is known throughout the industry as a leader and a great instructor, great teacher, Dr. Harry Beejan, saw promise in me
Mm.
that I couldn't see in myself.
Ooh.
See, that's what a good instructor does,
Yes.
Isaac, as you know. A good instructor will be able to visualize what we don't see.
Mm.
All they say is, well, practice some more. And when you think you practice enough, they'll say, no, practice some more, get some more lessons. You can't figure out why.
Right.
We'll never know where it's going to end up.
Right.
But what happened is that all that public school education got me prepared for the marketplace and which began at Motown
Mm.
and then spread to influence throughout the world.
Now that's exactly where I was going with the
Mhm.
next
Yeah.
question. So Motown, which has been it's renowned, the success that Motown experienced and the impact that Motown had across the entire globe,
Mhm.
it changed. There was a prestige as a result of
Mhm.
Motown when it came to even talking about Detroit. If you told someone I'm from Detroit, it was like, oh my
Motown.
goodness, Motown, right?
Yeah.
It's like people from Detroit walk different,
Yes.
they talk different. There
You
was
are so
rhythm
right.
in every single thing that if you're from Detroit,
Yes.
there is a unique favor on you because you're from
Yes.
Detroit.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
what happened, that Motown sound changed everything. How
Yes.
were you introduced to Motown?
Okay. First of all, I got to say this, and I have to say it with conviction. Okay.
Yes.
I hated R&B music. Number one, Motown was a company that thrived and was built upon but
R&B.
R&B music.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I was strictly a classical jazz musician. In that order, mind you.
Wow.
The classics
First.
are my foundation.
Okay.
Okay. To this minute, the
Mm,
classical genre is my foundation.
mm,
Okay. And everything else kind of branches off from that. Okay.
mhm,
That's like the roots of a tree. Okay.
mm,
All right. And so what happened is that when I came to Motown, it was through a friend of mine who named Dale Warren. I would say his name. He preceded graduation from Cass Tech
mhm.
a year before I did.
Okay.
His mother, no, I take that back. Not his mother. His aunt was Raynoma Singleton. Okay,
Mm,
she was Barry Gordy's second wife,
mm.
and they needed a trombone player. So Dale Warren, having known me at Cass, he knew that I was capable of maybe sitting in that chair and fulfilling that role as a
Wow.
trombone player.
Mm,
So he called me. He says, "Do you have time to come down and play trombone?" I had not a clue as to what I was doing. Okay. So I came down to Motown, and somebody that everybody knows, Martha Reeves, was a secretary there
Martha
at the
Reeves from
time
Martha
of the
Reeves and the
Vandellas.
Vandellas. Okay.
She was a secretary.
Okay.
She had to come down and sign me in every time I came to play my trombone in the Motown
This
band.
is too good.
Okay.
Yes. I
Yeah.
love it. Yes.
And I want to mention another name,
Okay.
great George Bohannon.
Mm,
Okay. Trombonist, just proficient trombone.
mhm.
Okay. I came and sat next to him, and I said to myself, I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not. I don't know. I just don't care for this music. But after I got a taste of what it takes to put that music together, the chemistry that it takes,
Mm.
I gained a high respect for it, and the rest is history.
Wow.
64 years later. Okay,
Wow. That is amazing.
that
So
was
when
how
you
it started.
wow,
Mhm.
that's incredible. And when you
Yeah.
talk about chemistry, um, so a lot of the people, Uncle Paul Reiser, I'll call you Paul Reiser.
Thank you.
Okay. A lot of the people that are listening to this podcast,
Yes.
they're people that really, a lot of people believe that they may not have been born in the best circumstances, may not have had the best opportunities. And what we're telling them is within them, there are gifts that are inside
Yes.
of them that
Everybody.
everybody. And
Mhm.
in order for you to achieve what God has planned for you in the future, you
Mhm.
have to release, let
Yes.
those gifts out. Would you
Yes.
agree? So, so,
Yes.
so when you went to Motown as a artist that loved classical music, all of a sudden you're put in an environment where it's all R&B, but you
Yes.
were able to, through the place you were able to see something that other people couldn't see.
That's right.
So you didn't have that rigid, that inflexibility. You were open.
Yes.
Talk about that for a moment. What was that
Okay.
like?
First of all, I didn't know what to expect. I started Motown when I was 17 years old. I had
Mm,
not even graduated yet when
wow.
I got the call to come in and sit amongst those great musicians. Okay. Um, Now, me with all my classical background, which is a discipline like no other, classical music is a discipline like no other in the world. I
Mm,
got to tell you that. It's the purest form of music, okay? You have all kinds of genres. You have jazz, you have rock and roll, you have country western, you have classical music is the purest form of music
wow.
in the world. It takes the most discipline and it's performed all over the world by different musicians, maybe 100 different countries all over the world.
Mm,
But classical music, the because of its disciplinary uh, uh, elements and
yes.
whatnot,
Yes.
the music sounds the same all over the world.
Mm,
Okay, and that's what attracts me to this day. Now at Motown, I brought to that whole energy and that whole culture. I brought a classical touch to it.
mm.
See,
That's so good.
I actually brought it without realizing it now. But my discipline was so anchored in classical music. Everything I did, every note I wrote, was come from a classical position.
Mm,
Okay,
mm. So
every
so it was
mm,
structurally sound.
yes,
Mm,
yes, the structure, the way I put my music pen to paper is always with a classical technique, which I really thoroughly learned at Cass Tech. I got to go back to that again.
wow.
That was my college of hard knocks, Cass
Mm,
Tech,
wow.
because I never attended college. See, I had a scholarship to Wayne State when I was 9 years old. I had a tuition and everything paid. When I was 9 years old, and my instructor, Harold Arnaldi, saw that vision for me that
Wow.
far in advance. But the reason I didn't attend is because Motown happened, and the rest is history. See,
Wow.
okay,
Wow. So
yeah.
let's talk
Mhm.
about some of the songs. What was the first song that you participated in and what did you do and which song was it?
Now you asking me a question like, "As did I see the beginning of the universe?" No, I can't begin to tell you. But it was involving Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
Okay, he was there in the studio,
Okay.
and if you go to the Motown Museum now to see a tour, to take a tour,
Yeah.
you'll see a picture of me and Stevie Wonder in the studio. I was 19 at the point in this picture. But Stevie was maybe 13, 14. But it's a black and white picture
Wow.
in the studio on the wall. So when you go downstairs in the museum,
Yes.
just take a look up to your right, and there'll be that picture.
Wow.
But
That's so good.
that first song, it was a Stevie Wonder song. I can say that
Yes.
emphatically.
Yes.
Okay,
Nice.
because the recording session was a Stevie Wonder session. Yeah.
So what was
Mhm.
it like working with Stevie Wonder? I'm going to adjust that
Oh my
camera.
God. Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder was he is a pure genius. To me, he is the only pure genius in our industry. The only pure genius. And there are many other people who have genius quality, but when you talk about genius through and through,
Yes.
that's Stevie Wonder. Prince was a genius. Um who else? Quincy Jones was a genius. Ray Charles was a genius. Um, Michael Jackson, of course, genius. But Stevie Wonder stands alone. I think
Wow.
everybody will agree with that. See,
So
yeah.
which Stevie Wonder song would you say was one of the best ones you worked on?
Oh my God. Let me see. Well, I worked on Science is Delivered. I worked on My Sharia Moore. I worked on Do I Do.
Oh,
We were Grammy nominated for that one, he and I. Um, worked on uh, oh God, I go to the list. Stevie Wonder, greatest hits. I just had an experience with him on practically all of his material. Rocket Love, uh, um, Overjoyed, great songs.
yes.
I could go down a whole list of material that I love. He never writes a bad song. Number one,
Okay.
his material might not be timely for the marketplace, but it's not a bad song. Okay,
So he's ahead of his time.
he's always ahead of the curve. Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
always.
And then what about, did you ever do anything with Diana Ross?
Oh well, first of all, Diana Ross and I attended Cass Tech together.
Ah,
I did not
okay.
know her at the time,
Okay.
but we're on the graduation picture. You know, naturally, if you go by alphabetical order, there's Riser,
Yes.
then there's Ross. We're
Wow.
side by side.
Oh,
Okay,
wow. Wow.
but Diana Ross, I formed my relationship with when we got to when we got to Motown. Of
Okay.
course, she was called the Primettes at the time. It was not the Spring;
Okay.
they were called the Primettes. So they were little skinny girls. Oh God, they're so skinny. They turned sideways and they disappeared. So skinny. Okay, but they were great as a group, great singers, and Barry Gordy saw with his vision. Oh, he had great vision for
Yes.
talent and songs. Okay,
Yes.
just good songs, musicians, good music. But when he saw them, I think he made up his mind at that point. These are going to be my iconic stars for the
Wow.
company. Okay.
Hmm.
Then as time went, it got to be Diana Ross and the Supremes. Then it got to be Diana Ross. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, Principal Diana Ross, which the rest is history.
Wow.
She is one of the greatest artists in the history of pop music.
Mm,
See,
that's so good.
yeah.
That's so
From
good.
Cass Tech. Go
Go
Cass.
Cass, right? Cass
Yeah.
Tech was a good
Yeah.
place. That's still a
Yes.
good place.
Yes.
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 So I've got to ask this question because Isaac is obviously Isaac, you're just getting started and you're trying to chart the path
That's right.
forward and to touch a new generation with music and to teach them how to appreciate music. I'm sure that to get an opportunity to sit side by side with unquestionably um, a Motown legend,
Yes.
a music industry icon,
Yeah.
um, who actually, as you hear now, he started humbly like
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
is there a question that you would ask that it's like because you don't get this
Yeah.
chance, right,
That's right.
to really get a chance to hear from somebody. There are these people
Yeah.
that it's just a fact that God graces them with a unique gifting,
Yes.
and it's
Yes.
it's 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 something special. There are in all the industries, Paul Reiser, there are people that have been gifted in very special and unique ways. And what
Mhm.
happens is those of us that have been gifted, we recognize the
Yeah.
gift when we see it in other people. It's just
Yes.
something about it. You aren't like people chasing. It's
Right.
just you recognize the gravity of the gift.
There's an energy, there's a spirit
Yes.
that's unmistakable. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
And when you get that opportunity
Mhm.
to be in the presence of that and experience it, you start realizing how many things the gifted ones all have the
Yes.
same things in common,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because as I was
Yes.
listening to you speaking to Uncle Paul, you
Mhm.
were you and him actually to me, and this is just being real, it's like you guys turned into Martians. And I was just sitting there listening,
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah.
talking about reading chords and catching
Yeah.
notes and
Yes.
and breaking down music
Yeah.
component parts.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is not regular conversation.
Yes.
So even Uncle Paul, when your driver was getting ready to leave, um, and I said to him, I said, we're going to call you when they're finished. I
Yes.
said, but this is something that's spiritual.
Mhm.
It's on a deeper
Yes.
level. When you get a chance to,
Yes.
I have a photo in my office. It's
Uh-huh.
a photo of Coleman Young, and I'm coming to your question,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Isaac. It's a photo of Coleman Young when he had just been elected mayor of the
Mhm.
city of Detroit.
Mhm.
And there was a fundraiser that was occurring. It was to save Walsh College. So this is
Mhm.
1973.
Uh-huh.
And they put a boxing ring in the middle of the auditorium at Walsh College so
Mhm.
that they could host this fight for this new upstart. So here
Mhm.
we have this new mayor, Coleman
Uh-huh.
Alexander Young, now
Uh-huh.
walks onto the into the ring to meet
Mhm.
and shake hands with this new upstart boxer,
Mhm.
which is Cassius Clay.
Wow.
And there was a
Mhm.
guy who happened to be a police officer in Detroit whose side hustle, his part-time thing, because I tell everybody, you need to have a side hustle. You can't
Yeah.
just sit back thinking the government's going to take care of you because that's not going to happen. So
Right.
his side hustle was photography. So
Uh-huh.
here he is in the audience with his 32 millimeter camera, and he
Yeah.
takes a picture. Coleman Young, remember, he was flashy. So he had a
Yes.
white suit with a white tie, and it
Yeah.
was tone on tone, all white.
Yeah.
But this camera was so clear that Ron Fleming took this picture. You
Mhm.
can see the pattern in the tie in the
Wow.
photo.
Wow.
But if you look at the photo, you see Coleman Young looking into the eyes of this young upstart
Yeah.
boxer, Cassius
Yes.
Clay. And
Yes.
I titled my copy, they gave me an original. I
Uh-huh.
titled it Recognition, because when great men are in the presence of great men, they recognize because there's
Yes.
something there that's special.
It's a silence,
It's yes,
you know.
that's good.
It's a connection.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And it's not normal. It's something on another level, right?
Yes.
So, what I was
Yes.
saying to the driver, I said, I need to allow them time because the thing that I know, I said, the thing that I know about the anointing,
Mhm.
God gives an anointing for success, an
Yes.
anointing for greatness. He'll place it on a person. And if you're able
Yes.
to connect and there's that synergy there, that
Yes.
anointing actually is, it can be transferred, it can be shared, it can
Yes.
be given. Right. And so I
Yes.
said, I don't know what my son is supposed to learn from his great uncle, Paul
Mhm.
Reiser, but there's something. And I said, I just want to see it when it happens,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
Because it's that magic
Yes.
moment. So, my
Yes.
question to you, Isaac, is what question do you have for Uncle Paul that
Yes.
he could answer?
Yes, just as we're sitting here, there's so
Mhm.
many questions that come to mind. With our music, like there's not many people who have the ability to actually have a vision for what they want to release to the world. Do you
Mhm.
know what I mean? There's a lot of
Mhm.
people who can randomly select, beats for a song.
Mhm.
Like you can
Mhm.
Google online free beat and
Mhm.
then just add lyrics to it. But there's
Exactly.
no vision, you know what I mean?
Mm.
And there's no heart attached to it. So I
Keyword.
remember
Yeah.
as
Mhm.
we were speaking earlier today, you said whenever you compose and whenever you
Mhm.
put together songs, you can see it in your head. can,
Mhm.
can you tell me about that? What does that
Well,
look like for
yes.
you?
It's a gift that many people have. Uh, it's something that how can I say it? It's like a filmmaker
Mhm.
visualizes or director visualizes a scene in his head, and he has to project that to the actors
Mhm.
and the producers and the people, the financial people.
Mhm.
He has to project his idea.
Mhm.
So when I get music in my head, I actually see notes, I hear chords.
Mhm.
Okay, um, I see musicians
Mhm.
playing those musical parts.
Yes.
So I have to know the compass of an instrument to in order to write properly for it and to
Yeah.
visualize everything
Right.
properly. Um, but it's a gift that I have.
Mhm.
Not too many people have it.
Right.
It allows me to visualize music, not using the piano,
Mhm.
and I don't need a piano to write.
Mm,
Okay, because
amazing.
I see it, and
Yeah.
I don't have to sit and pick at the piano.
Mm.
Yes.
Which is, I don't say that as a negative. That's still a part of composition and music writing. But
Yeah.
I just see it in my head
Yeah.
as a vision, you know.
Amazing.
And people are blessed with that ability to visualize
Wow.
things, whereas the rest of us can only uh, uh, we can only hope for that vision.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
but you have that vision. See, you have it also. You have a natural talent for it. I picked it up. All I could do is sit there with my mouth open when I saw you perform.
Mm.
Okay. I mean, I kind of saw myself in you, but I saw myself on steroids
Oh,
in you.
wow.
Mm.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Such we started young. We both started young.
Yes.
We both had good
Yes.
instructors
Yes.
throughout our development.
Yes.
Um, and I just felt that you have an inner spirit in you
Yes.
that not many people can even understand.
Yes.
See, but you have developed at your age now,
Yes.
where you are above where I was when I was say 18, 17,
Yes.
18.
Yes.
Even though I was accepted into a blossoming company, Motown,
Yes.
I wasn't skilled enough like you are for the open place. I had to grow more under that umbrella at
Wow.
Wow.
Motown.
Wow.
Wow.
See, but
Amazing.
you are skilled.
Wow.
You are amazing.
Oh, well,
Wow.
that
There's a
truly
sort
means
of
so much.
genius here, real genius
Yes.
at this age. I
Wow.
Thank you so
recognize that.
much.
See,
Wow.
And it's
That's
such a
mm-hmm,
great honor,
yeah.
to
mm-hmm,
come from you. It
I
Yes.
really means
recognize
a
it.
lot.
Yes.
I
Mm-hmm,
have two more
Yes.
questions.
Yes.
Just thinking
mm-hmm,
about like the next generation. I feel my mission on this earth is to reach the next generation with music that glorifies God
Mhm.
and that
yes.
people will enjoy because it's excellent. And
Mm-hmm,
I want to ask you, what do you believe? Like, if you had a message for the next generation, for the young people out there that may be
mm-hmm,
listening to this,
mm-hmm.
what would it be? And what would be your advice for me creating music for this generation?
Well, I'd say first of all, as my mother told me, which I didn't understand at the time, honor God with your music.
Mm,
Mm.
Okay,
That's good.
honor God.
yes.
See, and study diligently. Study, uh, um, ask God for direction
Yes.
all the time. Because only God knows where He wants you to go.
Right.
But you have to have an inner voice. You listen to that inner voice.
Right.
It will direct you. It won't
Yes.
mislead you.
That's so right.
Um, Sometimes we understand that voice. Sometimes we don't.
Right.
Right?
Right.
We have parents. You like me had good parents parenting
Yeah.
that set a standard for you
Yes.
for the basic things in life, and all you have to do is build upon that.
Yeah.
See,
Wow.
and I think you're doing excellent, as many young people should do.
Yes.
But many young people don't have the parenting households that
Mm,
we were
right.
raised in.
That's right.
Okay, so I think we have an obligation
Correct.
individually
Yeah.
to reach out
Hmm.
to those needy
Correct.
individuals, where even the ones that don't show
Hmm.
that much hope,
Right.
Mhm.
it still may be there.
That's
That's
so
so
true.
It
good.
still may be there, unannounced and
Yes.
undeveloped. Okay,
Amazing.
um,
Yeah.
so
Wow.
I consider myself a person with that vision.
Yeah.
I'm blessed
Yeah.
with that vision.
Yes.
I think you're very blessed with it,
Yes.
but it all stems from our belief in God and and the principles of the good book.
That is so
Wow.
true. Wow.
That is
Okay.
so good.
One final
Mhm.
question.
Okay.
Yeah,
This
This
is it. This is it. You know,
in the
in the
mic.
music world, there, you know, there are many talented musicians and artists out there,
hmm
but we see in the music industry, you know, just over the past few years, how dangerous it can be and how it
hmm
cannot be a safe place. It's not glamorous as, you know, people may see it when people are up on stages with crowded
yes.
audiences, right? But they don't have a clear look into behind the scenes. But I'm sitting next to someone who's been down that road, and my question to you, for me, how do I navigate, and for other artists who may be listening, how do we navigate the music industry while glorifying God?
Well, I think first of all, you have to do some introspective study
Mhm.
and know that you can only be like you. You can only be you. You know, you
Right,
can't be anybody else.
right.
See, okay. Uh, we we should have a discerning spirit to understand what's good, what's bad, and and uh, and lean towards developing the good and absorbing the good,
Mhm.
because we are what we hear, and we are what we visualize, and we become that. See,
Right.
Mm.
okay, believe it or not. See, and I think the social engineers know this.
Yes.
That's why we have such garbage. I'll put it that way,
Right.
Mhm.
garbage for people to hear and
Yeah.
to absorb, and it's a shame.
Wow.
Mm,
That
So
is
interesting.
okay.
absolutely so
hmm
good. And you know what? I'm so thankful for you taking the time. And I obviously don't want to, because we have a good meal waiting for you.
Oh,
So I
wonderful.
so I don't want to miss that moment.
Wonderful.
But I'm gonna close by just identifying some key things, that some key takeaways.
hmm
But before we get to the takeaways, I had to pull up some of the songs that you were on and
hmm
arranging, like Papa Was a Rolling Stone.
Yes.
Okay, that is a great one that everybody knows. And then there was another one that really stood out, which was My Girl, My Girl,
Yes.
My Girl, talking
yes.
about my girl. So you know I'm not a
The
singer.
national anthem of
The
Motown, by the way.
national
Okay.
anthem of Motown.
Okay.
So it is
Yeah.
such, it's so amazing. We have to have you back. So the next time we'll make it a little more convenient for you, but
Uh-huh.
we've got to do it again because this is
Yes.
so good.
Yes.
Um,
We got to mention Ain't No Mountain High Enough now.
Ain't no mountain high
Okay. I
enough.
did both versions of that one.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Wow.
And
yes, eh,
you talking about iconic songs.
yes.
See, this is why I say if you put your mind to good music, God will steer you to the great writers,
Yes.
the great songs, and just keep your mind on God, and the
Mm.
rest will happen.
Ooh, that's
Such a good
so
word.
good. That's so
hmm
good.
Wow.
And
hmm
and I just want to thank everyone that's listened in. This is so good. It's worth re-listening to, because it's so powerful to know that the techniques to succeed in life are the same. So we've had an
Yes.
opportunity to spend this quality time with one of the greatest musical geniuses of our time. And it is an honor for me just to know that this man is my uncle, and it's so amazing. So I could actually call him and he showed up, and it was just like amazing. But one of the things that Paul Reiser said that's so critical: honor God with your music. Now,
Mm.
many people that
hmm
are listening, you're thinking, but I'm not a musician. But your life purpose and the call that God has placed inside of you is actually your music. It
Mm.
is important
Yes.
that we honor God with our music.
Music is a mission.
It's a
It
mission.
is.
Ooh, that's so
hmm
good. That's
Wow.
so good.
Yeah.
So music is a mission.
Yeah.
Whatever the
Absolutely.
mission is that God has put in you,
Do it
let's
through the
honor
music.
him with that mission.
With
And
that
let's,
mission.
yes, that's so good.
Mhm.
Man,
Wow.
honor God with
Mhm.
your music. That's so
Yeah.
good. And
Mhm.
make a goal, make it a point to reach out to help others and be authentically you and develop the art and the gift of discernment, because it's
Yes.
very clear that we have to be discerning in this season. And one
Yes.
of the last things that you said, Paul Reiser, which is so good, you said, we are what we hear and what we visualize.
You are so right.
Garbage in, garbage
Garbage
out.
out.
So
Yes.
let's put in good quality thoughts and music and
Yes.
podcasts, healthy, developing, productive information, because out of this, out of the heart flow the issues of life, right? So if you
Yes.
build a heart that's a heart of
Yes.
character, integrity, dependability,
Yes.
reliability,
Yes.
ethical standards,
Yes.
from that, your life will reflect
Mm.
the articles of success. So
Yes.
I just have to take a second and just give you an applause, because you, my friend, are
I
a
applaud you
champion.
too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Both of my nephews.
Thank you.
My nephew and my grandnephew.
Yeah.
What a
Exactly.
pleasure.
Oh, thank you so much. And we
God bless
appreciate
you
you so
both.
much.
Yes.
Isaac, man, we just love you, and we have to
Oh,
have you
yes,
back.
we
We'll
do.
do
love you.
something remote.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
That's
are
right.
incredible, and you're getting ready to head
Yes.
off to college, and we're
Yes.
so excited. Are you a little
Yes.
excited?
So excited. So the next
Yes.
time I join you on the podcast, we'll be coming from Oral Roberts University.
Yes.
Amazing.
Wonderful.
Well, we want to just say congratulations, Isaac.
you.
And what I say as we get ready to close every single episode is, let's make it happen and let's seize the day.
Awesome.
Take care.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.